Hey, good evening, Cape Flats Stories, mense van die Kaapse vlakte en international mense wat vir ons follow. Hope you guys are well, hope het gaan goed saam met julle. Last week we had the mayor on the show and we had a nice few questions that we asked him. But one of the questions that, that I feel that we just need to stick on a bit and talk about it for the next few minutes is the 100 students in a class in Cape Town. That is basically going back to gutter education, or actually below gutter education, that is drain education. And you know what? In many areas still on the Cape Flats, we still have two primary schools in one high school, or 3 primary schools in one high school. And many of our kids that is at the age of 14, 15 years old doesn't go to school. That becomes a dropout rate. And it's actually a concern for us as parents because my own son, I live in Strandfontein, so Strandfontein is far away from Heathfield. And my son needs to travel every morning to school. And I mean, it's only me. What about the other parents? Because we're looking to better our children. Somebody once said to me, if you want to improve your children, improve their lifestyles and give them a better education, a better opportunity, and also teach them, to appreciate the opportunities. So the education system needs to sharpen up, and we have a big issue in our communities, especially in the areas where we still have one high school and 4 primary schools. I mean, the system was designed like that, but we can't also blame the system. What are we doing about it? When are we going to stand together and say, okay, let's come together, let's raise funds and start our own private schools? The other thing that I noticed on UCT online, you know what, guys, we can complain as much as we want, but we need to start looking for better opportunities. If your child is not doing good at UCT, and so I've heard over the last few years at the online school, we need to look for other options. We can complain the whole day, but if we don't do something about it, if we don't step in, I said to you guys a few months ago, we have the power, we have the buying power. If each one of us, if we come together and we put money together, we can build our own private schools. We can build our own facilities, our own pools, our own places, But we are still thinking backwards, and we need to start changing our mindsets. But enough about that. I've got a young man in the studio with me. He's very young. He's a Formula 1 driver. He's the very first Formula 1 driver in South Africa. He's joining me in the studio, and many of you guys will know him. I know the spin community will know him for the good work that he's doing, and also the car community. In the studio, I have the 25-year-old Ismail Peck. Ismail Peck, welcome to Cape Flats Stories.
That's me, but not the young man. I'm already through the mold. And I've never driven a Formula 1. I still want to drive one.
It's on a bucket list.
Yeah, no, straight.
Ismail, you flew all the way from Joburg to be here on Cape Flats Stories. So I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for doing that. You are the first official guest that flew in from the other province to Cape Flats Stories. So it means a lot to us.
No, but it means a lot to me for you guys just to be asking me to come here. For me, it's always an honor to come on shows like this and to talk about my passion with motorsport and all that, and to get people out there to look and see, we can change our lives.
Yes.
We can change our lives. We don't just have to moan. And so for me coming out here, thank you, all of you guys sitting here, even the Tani there with the thingies and the tingers on you and all that. So thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. And we must just kyk noord.
We must kyk noord. I think that's what the old people say, kyk noord and
dinges voort.
Ismail, wie is Ismail Peck? I mean, we follow you on the social medias and we follow the racing, we follow what you're doing, but growing up, where did Ismail grow up? I saw a little video of you yesterday.
Okay, I want to start right now where I am, then I'm going to reverse.
Then we reverse. First reverse.
Then I'm going to put reverse gear, first reverse, So in today's life, there's so many people out there seeing me in motorsport. And they all look at me as this guy that's either got money or has got a status or I've been helped to where I am and all that. Actually, 90% of people don't know. I grew up as a poor little boy with a poor family that lived 7 in a 2-bedroom house. I think our house was 40 squares. We had 1 bathroom and toilet in there. And eventually, I think when we got to 10 years old, my dad said, no, you 2 elder ones, go sleep in the caravan outside. And I grew up in Bosmont, in Joburg. You know what I have to say about growing up in Bosmont, okay? So when you go back to the apartheid era, I think it kept our culture intact.
Yeah.
Because when we grew up there, we knew all our neighbors. Our parents knew everyone. When we went camping, you come there, you find all the same faces. All the parents knew each other. You'd marry the same girls out of the same place you stay.
Yeah.
And in your culture stay strong. So it was a culture thing that I really liked.
Okay.
I'm not going to say apartheid thing. I'll say a culture thing. Apartheid, people can always just go back and talk, apartheid done this to me, this. Apartheid made me strong, guys.
Awesome.
It made
Yes.
me tough. It made me do things I need to do in life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we grew up in Bosmont. My dad was the only person that worked in the house. We were 5 siblings. I'm right in the middle.
Okay.
So I got 2 younger than me and 2 older than me. My youngest brother actually passed away a few months ago. So now I'm not in the middle anymore, but I've been in the middle for a long time. And I think I was the naughty one. I didn't like school. I was always naughty at school. I remember one day, I was in school in grade, I think it was standard 2 or standard 1. So we were in a Durban school at the time. We stayed in Durban for some part of our life. And this teacher clapped me, red marks on my face, and I went home crying. Look how Mrs. Jacobs clapped me. And she looked at this red marks and she said, I'm going with you to school tomorrow. Yes, sis. Next day I come to school, Jannie Breë Bors. I come walking in with my mother. We're going to sort Mrs. Jacobs out. Hey, Mrs. Jacobs, what did Ismail do? No, he done this and that and that. Mrs. Jacobs, you clap him on the other side another 5. Yeah, that was the most embarrassing moment for me. I still tune everyone. I'm bringing my mother to school. She's going to sort Mrs. Jacobs out. Yeah, I was sorted out. I had very, very strict parents.
Yeah.
I think growing up in the colored communities those years, I think our colored parents controlled us too much. They wanted us to see life through their eyes.
Yeah.
We needed to hear life through their ears. And they controlled us terribly. They've never ever let us think with our own brain and feel what we feel. We always have to do it through them. And I'm someone that hates being controlled. I absolutely hate it. I can't handle it. And by the time I was 15, I packed my bags, I jumped the top window, and I was gone. I was gone for 4 years. I went to get me a job. I started working at 15. And, when I talk, I jump all over the show. But let me reverse back to 12 years old. So when I was 12 years old, I was good at my hands. I used to fix little things, and I decided to strip my bicycle one day, and I took my frame and I went to go chrome it at the guy that chromes bumpers. Hey, when it got back, my bicycle was like the mooiest bicycle in Bosmont. All the guys come to me, where did you do this? I said, bring your bicycle, $25. I stripped the bike, and eventually I had a little bicycle shop, and I was earning money. I was earning money at 12 years old. By 14, I was making burglar bars. I was fitting awnings. My dad used to work for an awning company, fitting awnings. I used to take all the offcuts. I used to spray it myself. And then I go to the neighborhood and I say, who would like an awning? And by the time I was 15, I had 2 cars, 2 motorbikes.
15 years old.
15 years old. I had no license. My father never allowed me to drive my stuff, but it was mine. I wanted my money.
I worked for it.
Yeah. And then my dad used to always say to me, if I do something wrong, he takes my cars away. I said, but how can you take my cars away? I bought it with my money. If you bought it with your money, then you can take it away. Because that time they used to block some of us. There was no nonsense. But I still think that way was the right way. Now today's life, everyone on the tiptoe around the kids, and the kids bully the parents and all that. I don't work by me. Me, I still want to give a warmer one. I was there with my squinson's house just now, and his child's throwing a tantrum. I'm standing in the kitchen. I said, I would have clapped him long ago. And growing up, I had always a love for cars, for speed. So I used to steal my father's Valiant. And opposite the road was a veld. And I used to go do donuts with the Valiant on the veld. There was a construction company working with bulldozers there. me and my elder brother used to go start the bulldozers, and I'll never forget, we used to call it momper chomper, and we used to ride into each other with the constructions. But we had fun. We had absolute fun growing up. So yeah, I liked being in the same vicinity with the same cultural people. There was Christians, there was Muslims. I know in Bosmont there's a church and a mosque right next to each other.
Okay.
Right next to each other is a church and a mosque, eh? And we went to we called it Slumser School, but it was now a Muslim school after school, and it was at the mosque, and we grew up in that neighborhood, and it was absolutely awesome. I loved it.
And everybody got along.
Yes. Do you know, I was 14 years old. I didn't even know what was a divorce. And then when I got friends and my white friends and stuff, and I started hearing all this, hey, Owens, what's going on here with you people and divorces? There was none of that stuff by us. And it's true. You know, it was just so. You know, we didn't even hear about rape. We didn't hear about child molestation. Serious. I was like real stupid, naive to all that type of stuff until we were like exposed to everyone, and then you started learning all these things, and then you found out, okay, that was actually called apartheid when we were kept all together and we couldn't buy stuff. And I was playing rugby. I played rugby for 16 years, right? And I was a good rugby player. And all my rugby people from good hopes, 100 years away, Owens. And actually, from our rugby, the director of the Springboks, Mark Alexander, I played against him. The Lions management, I played against him, Mustafa Bungard. There's a lot of oaks. Paul True, he was a Springbok coach for 9 years for the Seven side. His brother Vernon played with me. And Vernon could run 100 meters in 10.3 seconds.
That was fast.
That was very quick. And we played coloured rugby. So we were only coloured teams against each other that played for, I think we played 14 years. And then I went over to the white people and we should tease them. Now our colour's going to flame off on you. We are always made fun of everything. I've got a friend, Andre, always tells everyone, don't take that guy serious because he just talks crap. And when we played rugby, I played as a loose forward, and you know, we could just get to our level, but because we couldn't play with the whites, it was just that level we got to. Then we integrated when Nelson Mandela came out, and we integrated with them, and then I found, shit, I'm too small. I'm no more a good number 7. I'm too small. I look at these Burkis, giants. And when I got there, the coach came to me and says, boy, why are you playing number 7? You're going to stay in the 5th team. Go play in the back line. I said, but I've never played in my life. He said, just go to the center. And I eventually played 1st division rugby. I was getting $500 a game.
Nice.
In, what was it, 1994, 5, somewhere there.
That was a good amount.
That was big money. Per game, bro.
Per game.
Per game. And then I was, at the time, I started working at 15. I worked for a company called Borg Warner. It was a gearbox company, so I learned how to build diffs and gearboxes. So a lot of people out there don't know I was actually a mechanic. People don't know it. I can build engines, I can build gearboxes, I can build diffs, I can, I can build a house even.
And that is with all the years of experience doing this and doing that, like we say, hustling. So Ismail, so where did the whole thing start for you, where you now transitioned from the boykie, from the rugby, from building gearboxes and things? Where did it start for you when you started racing?
So when I was 16, I had a Ford Escort. Kailami and all that was like just a dream, but it was something that you look through a window at. So we just look at it at the other side. It wasn't for us. So it's like just something you accepted. I didn't know better. So I built this Escort and I used to go street racing. And then I started making friends with the white guys there. And I built this little Escort and I hid nitrous oxide away. I actually built the thing behind my back seat. So if you look at the plate behind my back seat and you open the boot, you see the plate there. In the middle was a nitrous bottle. So I used to give them a hiding. And the guys couldn't understand why. And it went on for years. And one day what was I doing? I was doing paving as well.
Okay.
I was doing gearboxes, I was doing paving, I was doing building.
Nice.
And this guy in Benoni asked me to come do some paving at his place. And I went out to his place and we done the paving. And his son was motor racing.
Okay.
He was doing motor racing on the oval track.
Mm.
And then I said, this guy's name was Eddie Smith.
Mm.
I'm still friends with him till today. That
Nice.
was 1996.
Okay.
1995, because 96 I started a business there.
Okay.
95, I said to him, hey, why are you battling on that gearbox? I can fix it for you.
Yeah.
And he said, rubbish, man.
Yeah.
We got a Mercedes mechanic, he can't sort it out. I said, because I knew the gearbox,
Yes.
and I watched how they battled
Yeah.
on it. Hey, eventually he says, have a go on it. And I saw exactly what they done wrong.
Yeah.
I took it quickly, pull the spacer out, put it on the other side, call him, is your gearbox right?
Nice.
He says, and diffs? I said, yeah, I can build them. I can even organize your special diffs, wara, wara, wara. And he said to me, why don't you start the gearbox shop here in the East Rand? Now I say East Rand. East Rand is Brakpan to me, right? Brakpan is only white people. But you know what? Look how it worked. I'm going to explain to you how it worked in my favor. So he said to me, in 1996, January, come here. I'll get you a shop. I'll help you start up.
Yeah.
I said, hey, lekker. January 1996, I rock up in Brakpan, toolbox,
Yeah.
my 1400 bakkie, my family of 5 used to ride all in the front, one on the floor, one on the gear lever, one on the mom's lap. And I started the gearbox shop in a guy's, I think it was as big as, it was 4x4 squares.
Yeah.
I put a signboard outside, but lucky me, that time on the East End there was no gearbox shops.
Okay.
And then a company called Image Nissan, they were a dealership. They came up to me and said, "Well, gearboxes, can you do all our factory claims?" I said, "Sure."
Yeah.
And then Anglo Gold approached me. Then the police approached
Wow.
me. 6 months I moved to the next shop. Another 6 months I bought the building on the other side.
Wow.
Now, when I started with a guy with paving, I said to him, I can drive a race car as well. He said to me, come, we'll put you on the oval track, you won't shape. He says to me, all right, I tell you what, you and my son, you guys go and practice with the car. Whoever's quicker will drive on Saturday. And guess who was quicker?
You.
I eventually bought me an oval track car, and I came there. When I got to the East Rand in Brakpan, firstly, I was the only non-white in Brakpan. So I stood out. So anybody comes in, they says, where's that colored dude that builds gearbox? Yeah, he's down there at the bottom. Everybody knew. I had to ask permission for the people to give me a letter to say I can stay in that house. But it never affected me.
Yeah.
And then when I started racing, I realized, you know what, I'm the only non-white and you get bullied and all that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I worked off that. When the guys bullied me, I said, I'm going to beat them.
Yeah.
Whatever they done, whatever they threw at me, I threw my racing back at them.
It's payback.
And I started winning and winning and winning. And I like to tease them. I say, no secular boss. I love teasing the guys. They know I love teasing. And I done oval track racing for a few years. And I got involved with helping. In 1996, I started in Brakpan. By 2001, maybe 2, a guy called Magesh, everybody knows Magesh, he was the first guy to get out of his car spinning.
Yeah.
So him and a few friends rocked up at my shop and they said, hey sir, we see you got race cars here, can't you help us with something? I said, what is that? They said, we need a spin pitch, we're tired of spinning in the streets, how can you help us? I said, all right, find a piece of land and I'll come there and I'll come and help you. Right, we found a piece of land, obviously coming from the colored days, you know how to do the colored things. We organize a tractor here, we steal one there, we cut out the hole. Right, I funded, I paid for the tar.
Nice.
We put the tar down, week later, here we got a spin pitch, 1 meter down in the ground. I spent 28 grand building it. The first night, we closed the whole Kwatema. The police came and complained, people can't get to the police station. It was like full, flat out. And by the second event, they paid me out.
Okay.
They paid me all my money.
The second event.
The second event.
Yeah.
And we're charging something like 20 bucks at the gate. Serious, like 20 rand. And I think 6 months down the line, I was helping them get a board together, a committee. This is how we do things. That's how we do things. When 6 months came, which was quick, I saw, no, these guys know what they're doing. And I said, right, guys, I'm out. I don't want my shares.
Yeah.
Just put my, because they gave me shares as well.
Okay.
I had like 10 or 20% shares there. I said, keep all that, and I'm out of here. You guys carry on now. I'll put you on you know, I brought them to somewhere where
Yeah.
they know something.
Yeah.
Now you guys take it forward. I think that was in 2006, 7, somewhere there. I can't even
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
Until today, it's still running. It's called Bahamas. Everybody will know Bahamas, and that's what it is in Kwatema, Bahamas.
And spinning is quite big currently now in Cape Town, not Cape Town, but in South Africa. I mean, we had the Visual and Sabas, and we've got some serious talent. I mean, here in Ocean View, I don't want to say it on my live, but there's a little pitch there, and the guys perform there on a Sunday. And not only the guys is performing, the families is coming out to come and enjoy it. I don't know, we're still very much behind in Cape Town when it comes to our pitches. We still need more facilities.
But you see, the problem is, right? You guys are looking at it as it's an illegal place. The
Yeah.
guys are doing it.
Yeah.
Get your community together. Stand together. Go to the man that sat in this chair last week.
The mayor.
Go to that man that sat in this chair
Yeah.
and say, Mr. Mayor, if we legalize this and you give us a place and we can control it, it will be safer for the people. We could make a bit of money. We could teach more people how to do this.
Yeah.
And then we're going to find more talent in this country. At this stage, it's not about talent, it's about money.
Yeah.
We need talent.
Exactly.
When talent comes through, we'll have a F1 driver.
Yes.
Then we'll have a Lewis Hamilton. Okay, guys.
I'm more of a Verstappen fan. I'm not a Lewis Hamilton fan.
I'm only a Lewis Hamilton fan, only culturally.
Okay.
Furthermore, he's not my favorite. You know, in life, you get a lot of people. I was telling you the story earlier. They will drive down a road, and when they get to the bottom of a road, poof, their Table Mountain
Yeah.
pops out. 90% of us people will stand and bitch and moan about the story instead of climbing it,
Yes.
conquering it, getting to the top and saying, nothing can stop me.
Yeah.
And when you get to the top and you go over to the other side, the little ones you find in the way is a breeze. It's nothing. It's easy to walk.
Yeah.
And then you got nothing to complain about, only something to boast about.
Exactly.
And people don't realize that in life. There's so many things like apartheid. I don't want to go into the apartheid because I got a story, but it's my story. It was my journey.
Yes.
A lot of people will say, I will stuff him. He doesn't know this happened to me. But this is my story, and the way I interpret it, I think it made me stronger. I think it made me who I am today. I'm today the CEO of WAMSA, World of Motorsport. And I don't think I'd be there if I haven't been pushed to every corner and tramped on and abused and whatever.
Yeah.
It was good for me, guys. So thank you all that done it for me, because that's why I'm here now.
Make me stronger.
Yes.
But tell us more about WAMSA, because it's the first time that I hear of a colored man owning such a big company or that is involved with such a big organization. Tell us more about this WAMSA.
Okay, so there was only one controlling body in this country called MSA, Motorsport South Africa, and they control all facets of motorsport. They controlled it. And there was this guy called Tim Stevens. He inherited a track, an oval track in Brakpan, the Rock. And he was tired of MSA controlling him. Maybe he's like me, doesn't want to be controlled. And he opened up his own thing called World of Motorsport, WAMSA. He had a battle with government because it wasn't supposed to be the right thing to do. We only must have one controlling body. At the end, he won all the cases, and there was WAMSA. And it had 1 or 2 tracks that were supporting him, and it started growing slowly. So it's a controlling body where you have to take out a license by him, where they control the sport. So they give rules and regulations. They give not a medical scheme, it's like an insurance scheme.
Yeah.
If you get hurt in a car, there's money for you to be ambulance.
Okay.
There's an ambulance on the scene. I changed that now. I changed it all. And you have like to the maximum of 75,000 for your injuries
Okay.
and to stabilize you.
Yeah.
basically, and then your medical aid takes over, and then you go to the hospital that's of your choice or your medical aid's choice. So, my friend Tumi, me and him's friends for many years, he was the one that came to me also about Guatemala and the spinning pitch. And when he came to me, he used to say to me, hey, bro, have you got some money there? I can buy this car and sell it there. And I'll give him the money, and he'll go and he'll buy and he'll sell it. And he'll come back to me, he'll share with me half. And he used to do that all the time. Until today, we're still best friends.
Nice.
And today he's got big businesses also. And he said to me, bruh, what are you going to do about your passion and my passion for the sport? Because he was the first black man I brought in to do oval track.
Nice.
So when he came to oval track, he says to me, yo, I saw all these big Buddha. Now they clap each other. He put his gun in his car and drove with his gun between his legs just in case they pluck something. You must hear him tell the story. He'll be there Saturday night. He'll tell you the story. And I got him into racing, and I got him into racing long circuit and all that. And he said to me, let's do something more for our people.
Yeah.
Let's try and help. I said, the only thing we can do is build a track. Let's start by building a drag strip, because that'll bring in money to build the rest. He said to me, nah. He bought ground. Well, we bought the ground, and we started now building a racetrack. Then I said to him, you know, Wamsa has been run by Tim Stevens. He's already old. There's a lady, Ann Bacchus, that does everything. Maybe I should go to her and say to her, come, how much you want for Wamsa?
Yeah.
How many people are there? We got our own controlling body, and nobody can tell us what to do.
Yeah.
They can most no control. I don't smack the control. And then we took over Wamsa 2023, October or November 2023.
Okay.
The 5th of December 2023, we hosted our first event with KPL drivers at Killarney. And it was one of the biggest events in, I think they said 14 years.
Nice.
It was one of the biggest events. And there was a guy called Kwesi Weyers. He approached me. You guys know all Kwesi Weyers, right? He can drive that guy. He actually didn't like me. I was a COC and a black flag. He was cross with me for a few years. And now we like this. We host races, you know, without him. And there's a few big players involved. Guy called Never Lose More, Ann Bacchus. So Ann was running Wamsa. I said to Ann, I want to buy Wamsa.
Yeah.
She said, okay, she'll speak to Tim. Eventually we negotiated. They said, right, buy it. So we bought it. And I said, Ann, but you have to work for me. Because you know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. And then she came over and we started. And Wamsa has now increased by 40%.
Nice.
Wamsa was a controlling body that just had enough money to do things. And I can see this year we'll have a decent bank balance now. Because we got involved in helping our promoters host big events. Like when I came to Cape Town the first time, I said, guys, can you guys host a national hot rod event? A national hot rod event is expensive to host. They said, we don't have the money. I said, okay, if I give you the money to host it, your first 1,000 people through the gate, you have the money. Thereafter, we split 50-50. They say bargain, because they only get about 600 people through the gate. But we put, I think, 4,000 people through the gate.
Wow. Thank you, 600 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they scored the first 400 already to 1,000.
Okay.
That was a score. And then they still split with me the balance.
Okay.
I took that money. I paid for trucks that was bringing cars down. I helped drivers to get here. We put all the money back in. And it was one huge event, successful, my first event.
Nice.
I was like, sure, thank you. I can't flop. Many years people are going to say this guy flop when he came here. And then I got involved in the dirt oval. And then people were phoning me from dirt tracks, PEs, London, all over. Hey, Mr. Peck. I said, why you call me Mr. Peck now? Yeah, I didn't know I was a so-and-so. What's wrong with you? You call me Ismail. Please, we want you just to come show your face at our track. We'll pay for your ticket. We'll book you in a hotel. We'll hire you a car. I said, no. And then when the event is on, I fly there, I book my own car, and I just go walk around. And then they spot me. Because they all know how I've been promoting racing. And the guys in the oval, even on the long circuit, they all look up to me in the way how I promoted racing. And I think our racing has never ever had the numbers it has now in this last year. Our numbers has increased Big. In fact, in Cape Town on Saturday, the highest ever number before was 120 odd drivers.
Okay.
When I hosted
Yeah.
on the 5th of December 2023. Now we're on 126, 128, plus 35 Gymkhana guys.
Okay. So it has actually grown in a year's time.
In the history of Cape Town,
Wow.
that's the biggest numbers ever.
Cape Town, a shout out to Cape Town.
Met Joburg se help. Met Joburg se help. But you know, I got a huge following in Cape Town.
Yeah.
The guys really respect me here in Cape Town for what I do.
Yes.
Whatever I've done in Wamsa, from when the day I walked in until now, I've used my own money to fund a lot of stuff. And I built my other businesses to sustain my life. And this is my passion.
Yeah.
And I love the motorsport. But passion, guys, come I tell you another story about passion. Okay. So please don't all go follow your passion. I always tell people when they say, I'm passionate about this and I'm passionate about it. I say, okay, go watch your idols.
Yeah.
Right? Then you get an Okie coming on and Simon Cowell asks, or Randall Abrams will ask him, so why do you want to sing? He says, I am so passionate about this. And this must be my life. And they say, okay, sing. But what the heck? So then I learned, don't just chase your passion.
Yeah.
You got false. What do you call it? False what?
False notes.
No. You're misleading yourself.
Yes.
You're misleading yourself to believe you can do something that you can't do. So don't follow your passion so much just like that. Go make sure of it. Don't let your mom and dad tell you, yes, you passion. They come onto idols and they make you embarrass yourself. So what I always say is, whatever you're busy with, be passionate about that. Whatever you take on in life, be passionate about that. Money will follow you at the end. You know, I could have been sitting back and saying, yeah, apartheid messed me up. Yeah, I got no education because of this. I left school at standard 6. I got a grade 8 certificate, Mensa, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it because I used these two things that I was given. This is most a business I was given. We all got businesses.
Yes.
And we still want to tell the man that gave us a business, and hey, when he helps us, we're going to be okay.
Yes.
So he must run the business as well. That's,
We're looking for handouts.
that's how ungrateful we are as people.
Yes.
And then you get just the moaners in life that will just moan about everything. I'll not go into that because there's someone I nailed that story. But yeah, you know, just be passionate about what you're doing. Invest in yourself. If you're cleaning floors, don't say I get paid $100 and I'm only going to do $100 worth. Clean every corner of that floor.
Yeah.
Clean the walls, clean the mirrors.
Yeah.
Do the best you can do. If your boss doesn't see, hey, this one I need to move somewhere because this guy can work.
Yeah.
Someone else going to walk in and
Exactly.
steal you.
Yes.
They'll offer you double the money and you'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So invest in yourself, people. Do the best that don't care about your boss.
Yeah.
Care about yourself.
Yes.
It's about yourself. It's the same as like when you hear people say, but I done that for him and I done that for her. You done nothing for no one.
Yes.
Whatever you done for yourself.
Yes.
Because the more you give, the more you receive. So anybody that says out there, I done something for someone, please forget those words. You make yourself some more bad luck.
And that is the thing is nowadays we help to be recognized. We want recognition. We want to give somebody something so everybody can see that we're doing it. But we forget about the quote in the Quran and in the scriptures that what you sow you will reap. So
Exactly.
you're only sowing here, but in the future it will come back to you, and if it doesn't come back to you, it will come back to your children.
But wait, no, you said your name is Stanley, and Stanley is a Christian name. Are you Muslim?
I'm both. Somebody asked me actually the other day, are you an undercover Muslim? You will see the people sitting here, and you will see the people that I do move with. I love people. And if we can think the same, then I don't have an issue with it. And I think we have allowed politics and religion to sort of keep us also back. We need to look at each other with respect and look at the individual and learn from one another. Because yes, I've read the Quran already. I've read the Bible several times already, but it doesn't really make me quiet. What makes me quiet is when I can talk to someone and we can sort of decipher what the scriptures actually tell us.
You know what? I've taken out the Bible, the Quran, and every prophecy. It always says other people's praise for you is more than your own. Go work that out.
Yes.
Just go work that out, people. Other people's praise for you is more than your own praise for yourself. That tells me, go seek praise from other people.
Yes.
So do good for other people,
Exactly.
and it will come back to you. You know, even in the mosque, even in the church, even when the priest or the imam comes in front and bah, 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 I look at him and say, just
Yeah.
go to hell, and I walk out.
Yeah.
You know, I think if we want to get this world back to that, we have to start in our houses.
Exactly.
Start teaching our children to be more humble,
Yes.
more respectful to others, to everyone, not only elders.
Yeah.
You know, our elders taught us we must only respect the
Yes, there is some verkramte white people. There is some verkramte colored people as well, and black people as well. But there is some nice white
Yeah,
people.
my father was very racist. He liked no one. Hey, but I learned a lot from my dad. I was 9 years old. I had to take out the gearbox of a car. If I can't get a gearbox out, I'm getting bliksem. But yeah, you know, generally in life, we must just forget about. You know what? The people that's blaming, that blame is an
Yeah.
excuse for where they are.
Yes.
So, but remember something, people out there, nah? Don't say I can talk just because I'm sitting where I am. It was my journey. I fought my fight. I fought the inner demons in myself. You know, I can tell you another story about myself that not even he knows. Okay, but I'll talk about it today.
Now you can hear.
No, but this is something serious that a lot of people suffer with today, and actually they don't talk about it,
Yeah.
and it's a panic disorder.
Okay.
I've had a panic disorder from the age of 9. And I told no one, and I just suffered, and I thought there's demons inside of me. People out there that suffers with panic disorders, you have to talk about it, guys. You have to talk. The only way you fix it is talking. I fixed mine at 35 years. When I was 35 years old, I only started learning to fix it. I thought I was possessed.
Yeah, yeah.
And it feels like you're having a heart attack. You feel like you need people to help you, but it's like nobody can help you. I couldn't travel anywhere. I needed someone by my side. I've never told a soul about it until one day I said to my wife, you know, she said to me, why are you always miserable if we must go new places? And eventually I had to say to her, you know what, when I go into a new place, I start feeling strange. I start getting worked up. My heart starts pumping, and I start feeling like rubber. And that's why I'd rather not go to places that I don't. She said, but what is that? When did you start adopting this? At the age of 9 it came, and I don't know, it was like a demon that climbed in me. But what I want to say to people out there, I know there's lots of people that suffer with it today because of the pressures of life, and because you were put in a situation where you get scared. And that scared that you feel is when you get a panic attack, and people just keep quiet. Talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, the only way to fix that is to call it your enemy. You must hate it. You must say, you will not beat me. You will not get the better of me.
Yeah.
So treat it as an enemy.
Yeah.
And that's something I suffered with from the age of 9 years old.
Till 35.
Till 35. I couldn't go nowhere alone. I had to take someone with me. The day I started importing engines, I met a guy we raced together. His name is Dean Wood. He's actually landing here in UK from the UK tomorrow. He's bringing his race drivers to race on Saturday here at Killarney, man. So you'll better be here. It's gonna rock. It's gonna be the biggest race in history here in Cape Town. I'm telling you guys, the 25th Saturday, it's gonna go mal. You can come check Friday night's practice. But Saturday, it's going to really, really be next level of racing. Dean Wood is coming. And when I went over to him, he said to me, why don't you come here? And he's got a scrap yard where they crush cars.
Okay.
And I said, okay, I'll come there and I will select out gearboxes. Then he said, no, take the engine and gearbox. You sell the engine, we go 50-50.
Okay.
And I actually made a lot of money with him. I actually made a lot of... But I couldn't go to him because now I had to go alone. I'm thinking, how am I going to go there with my panic disorder? So I phoned my friend Jimmy here in Cape Town. Jimmy Effendi. His son's name is Suleiman Effendi. Okay. Very busy boy with racing and all that.
That name sounds familiar.
Yes, you will know him. I won't say further where he is, but yeah. And I said to Jimmy, don't you want to go with me to Cape Town, to England, please? Yeah, why not? So I paid his flight to go with me just so that I feel secure.
Yeah.
And then we got there and then I started importing. And then my business grew from a 100 square meter place to a 2,000 square meter place. And you'll see I always advertise Rogen engines.
Yes, is that your business?
It was part of my business. The day I got divorced and I walked away from everything, I phoned Mohammed up and I said, come and load everything here and start your own business. And he took all my stuff, including my forklift and everything, and he started, and he's got a really successful business.
That's quite a big
today.
Business.
Very, very big business.
Okay.
Another thing about, just a thing about apartheid over divorce. Okay? So when I got divorced, I lost everything, and first I blamed my ex. Because of her, I lost everything. Yeah. But it wasn't because of her. It was because of me. Yes. I wasn't strong enough to emotionally handle what was thrown at me. So nothing mattered to me. But today, I can do anything for her. And people wonder why. She humbled me. I learned from going rock bottom again to change my life, to change my thinking, to change how I feel about other people. That took me rock bottom. So remember, I made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I was up there. So I thought I'm the manier.
Yes.
So I was big for my boots.
Yeah.
So I had to be taken down to the ground again. And then I had to relearn how to work with people, how to deal with people. So I'm grateful actually to her
for teaching
me the lesson of my life.
And starting again, Ismail, you said now you lost everything. And I think starting again from the scratch with nothing, it's actually more difficult. But also you have all the knowledge and you have all the wisdom after mistakes that you made. How has that journey been for you? I mean, starting over again.
Okay, so so I had big houses, I had big buildings. Everything I lost. My daughter walked in and said to me, your last building you got, I'm auctioning it, Daddy. I don't want to see you lose any more money. Then I gave the business to Rogen. I auctioned the building and I had 300,000 left. And I used to like going for massages.
Okay.
And I met this lady and she was a manager at the spa. And I said to her one day, hey man, come and go open a place somewhere in the East End or something and let's see what happens. And about 3 months went by. Eventually my building was sold. I had 400,000. I had 400,000 rand, right? I know it's a lot of money to lots of people. And she said to me, okay, there's a spa for sale in Sandton. Go see. So I went every day over weekend. I sat outside that spa and I looked how many people go in, how many go out, what they charge, what. And I thought, hey, this can help me get back on my feet. But just to live okay. Nothing. We bought the place. I went to the owner, I said, I want to buy your place. And he said to me, okay, I want 400,000. I said, ish, I only got 400 and I got nothing else. I said, I'll give you 300 and 50 grand, I can pay you off. So he said, oh, okay, fine. I said, but I want the place right now because I was stranded. He says, what do you mean? I said, Saturday is Valentine's Day. If I buy it now and Friday we prepare and get more girls in, we're going to make money.
Yes.
I said, okay, so if I pay you right now, sir, this is Thursday night. If I pay you right now, will you leave? And I walk in there. He says, no, you're mad. I said, I'm not mad. Give me your laptop and give me your account number. And I transferred him 300,000 who walked in there the next day. I think a year later, we had about 7 spas.
Wow, from that one spa?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it wasn't that one spa that made me the money.
Yeah.
While I had that spa and it could sustain me, just put me with myself and her name is Shalida. She's actually my wife today. The manager.
Okay. The manager is his wife.
She worked her way in, you know. She took advantage of me, and I just like, you know.
All the massages.
She just wormed her way into me. But while she was running this, we were actually best friends for a long time. And when I needed to go out, I'd say, go with me. When she needed me to go out, I went with her, and everyone would say, yeah, something's happening. And nothing was never happening. And eventually one day I said to her, why don't we just live together and just help each other?
Yeah.
You can stay in your own room, I stay in my own room. Because she cooked for me, she done things for me, I went places with her. And eventually, I don't know what happened one night, maybe she slipped in my room. I don't know what happened. Now she's my wife. And she's from Thailand.
Okay.
Yeah.
They the best massage, masseuse, they used to call it. No?
Besides that,
No? Oh,
okay. The Western woman that listen to me.
Thailand is the next stop.
No, awesome. Most hardworking woman that I've ever come across in my life. Softest heart that I've ever found, and she just helps everyone. So she helps me with a lot of charity work that we do. We feed a lot of people every month, and she just goes with everything. But let me go back to where we were at the spa. So while we're running the spa and we're living in one flat, a 2-bedroom flat with 4 or 5 girls that work for me, plus the 2 of us.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, we can show the bank account for 3 months, and I went to go buy a VW Touran.
Okay.
Remember the Touran?
Yes.
You remember it? It's the only car I had. And that's not long ago.
Okay.
That's 2015.
It's about 10 years ago.
Yeah. And from there, that grew. Then I took a bigger shop. Then I opened another shop. Then I opened another one. Then I sold. Then I was just hunting on for myself. And but I was also doing other jobs out there, working other things, doing other things to make more money. And I was still doing my motor racing, and a lot of people, you know, needed things from me. And then I started importing stuff again because I knew the friends bring this, sell there.
Yeah.
My brother had a gearbox shop, and I went overseas with him. I said, come to my suppliers, and I made some money out of that. I said, bring a container in. I help you use my license.
Yeah.
We share the money. But my spa is running, and then my next spa is running, my next, and my next, and now I got one in Cape Town as well. And I just grew from strength to strength. But it's hard work.
Yes.
It doesn't fall on your lap.
Yes.
Nee, jy moet werk, jong.
Yes,
Nee,
yes.
papa.
And I think many people think, baie mense dink as jy praat van sukses, het gebeur sommer net. You have to put the time in. You have to make the sacrifice. How much time will you spend away from your family? How many hours have you spent away from your family in order to build what you have to today? You know, people think if you start something, it's just automatically going to work. In our community, some people take their pension money and start something, and they expect it to work, but they don't have the knowledge or the willpower.
That's the problem we have in life. People want to take on things that they don't know. I didn't know massages, but I took, you know, it's like when they say to me, I think I heard Gayton also use this phrase one time.
Yeah.
Someone asked me also, but you know nothing about that. I said, I hire people that know about that. I hire them to do that.
Yeah.
Then I almost don't have to know. I'm taking a shortcut here. Gayton, they asked him one day, but you don't have this degree and that degree. He says, I hire 5 people with degrees. Why did I need it? Why did I have to study? You just have the brains to go above that. And it's about putting people, the right people in the right places. It's a very hard thing to do. But you must also push, drive. Guys, in life, nothing comes easy. I work 7 days a week. I've never worked so hard in my life like I'm working.
Yeah.
I still look fresh and because I'm enjoying it. I enjoy anything
It's
I
a
do.
passion.
You know what? I can do anything and I can have fun. A friend of mine always says, how do you enjoy everything you do? I say, you must wake up with that mindset. You know what I done when I got divorced? I woke up every morning and I looked in the mirror when I was brushing my teeth and I said to myself, I'm going to make one person smile today. every day when I leave here. I don't care if it's a Target lady or a beggar on the street. I'm going to make them smile. And it doesn't have to mean I'm giving them money.
Yeah.
I can just say, yo, you look beautiful.
Yeah.
Or, can I help you with this? Or you know?
Yeah.
And I made one person smile every day. And it grew so on me that I started making more and more people smile. And what does that do? If you want to smile, make someone else smile.
Yeah.
And it's going to give you the biggest smile at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And that's something I done. I practiced it. And yeah, no lag ek lekker elke dag.
But I also saw a very beautiful video. I don't know if some of you guys saw it, if you follow Ismail. A video recently where you got a motorbike for this gentleman.
Oh, shame, man.
Yeah. Tell us about that story, because when I looked at this video, I'm like, oh, these are quite old. but I mean, you've changed somebody's life.
Yeah. It started sometime in last year. We went to a racetrack first in PE. And there was this black gentleman, he called himself number 63. And 63 is my damn number. He stole it. Jay, mense. What's his name again, Fayaz? Sofiso 63. And he fell with his bike at the racetrack. And me and Dumi walked up to him and said, yo, who's going to help you now? He said, I'm done. I'm loading my bike. I said, who came with you? He said, no, I came alone. I love racing. I said, sure. So Dumi looks at me. He says, come, let's help this guy. I said, okay, let's help him. So we got a little thing where we build up some money and we can help people with. So we said to him, how much is going to cost you to fix this bike? He said, maybe 20, 25. So he says, yeah, man. This guy's so into it. Let's just go buy him a brand new, the fastest bike ever. So we went to go, look, whoever won the championship last year, we bought his bike and gave it to him.
Okay.
It was 200 and something thousand. So that was enormous. But in any case, we try and do that things to empower people, you know. And the more we can empower people, the more it comes back to us. And the more people want to work with us, more people want to do things with us, and then money comes to us that we can dish it out. Because you must dish out. You can't just, you know, my friend Udumi always says to me, hold your hand tight like this and put sand in here. It's not going to fall through. Open the hole up and drop sand through. It's going to fall.
Exactly.
And this boyki is a delivery boyki for Uber. Uber treats. So he fetches food. So every time he comes to me, boss, hi man, please help me, lend me 200 rand. It cost me 700 bucks to hire this bike, and I'm making 1.5 or 2 grand. I got a family at home. Yeah, look at this guy. Now I know him about 2 years hustling like that.
Yeah.
Sure, the other day I phoned up Fayaz. I said, Fayaz, you do work for Honda. So Honda. I said, go speak to Honda there, man. Ask them to give us a bike at a decent price. So I looked at other bikes. There's China bikes for 30,000, the Hong Kong bikes. And then one of Hong Kong bikes, I phoned him. So he goes, they give us like a bike that's worth 40 grand for 20 grand, something like that. With a brand new bike.
Yeah.
For half the price.
Nice.
So I paid him, get the bike here, and I phoned the soak. I said, come here. So that video is not staged. That video is genuine.
Yeah.
And he didn't see the bike behind me. When I clapped his helmet, he didn't even see, and then it fell apart. And when Honda saw that, they said to me, "Nee, bro, we saw how his helmet fell apart. Please bring him here. We're going to give him a helmet and gloves and alles." Yeah, Honda Centurion, eh? Ups to you guys. Now you see, you try and help someone, you get people like Honda involved, and they give to you, and you can help, and you make someone's life easier, man. You make that person's life easier. Yeah, my life is going to be lekker, man.
Yeah. No, exactly. And that is how you change that person's environment. Now he goes happy home. You don't have to worry about the bike. He can go provide for his family. So a simple gesture like that can change a whole family.
No,
whole
100%.
generation.
But the bloody nonsense is he doesn't have a license, so I must pay insurance for him now. Yeah, damn it.
Please get the license, brother. I just want to read some of the comments here. Some comments coming in. Mandy sends her regards. Mandy Peterson, Sayat, Chepspek Sali, Fiat, also the, and then let's just check quickly. Uncle Ernest Spades, Mr. Ernest Spades, Uncle Ismail dropping truth bombs, awesome. And then Said says, yeah, I remember Uncle Peck from Performance, or from Peck Performance. We need to do more regarding mental health, especially for men.
Do you know who's that guy, Ernest Page?
Honest place, he's here in Cape Town. I've met him once. I met him at the Wonder Day, so he's also one of the Wonder Days ambassadors.
Yeah, he runs the live streaming
Yes,
and
yes,
for
yes,
the TV.
yes.
He does. He works for Ignition as well.
Okay.
He does stuff for Ignition.
Yeah.
I'm even a presenter for Ignition. I even run my own TV show for racing.
Please tell
I
us
do
the
the
time.
voiceovers myself, people. I do everything.
And Ignition TV is about cars, right?
Yeah,
what's
it's a car
what's
show.
new in the market? What is new in the market, or what's happening?
That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
okay.
And it's about motor racing.
Okay.
So it's a motor racing channel and about what cars. It's all about cars.
Okay.
So if you got anything to do with cars, you can give it to Ignition. If they like it, you pay them.
Yeah.
But it's about you getting sponsors out there. When people know you're putting them on TV,
Yeah.
then they come up with sponsors, and Rojan always sponsors me. So, Mr. Rojan.
Thank you, Mr. Rojan. Last question I want to ask you. We are running out of time. These are questions. Everybody's just saying hello to you. We need more regarding mental health.
You all like me, ne?
Yeah. And Grant Silmo sends here, respect to you, Ismail. God bless. Let me just go down. And then Uncle Ben Bay says, Uncle Ismail Peck is the coolest uncle I know. And then Fayaz, Uncle Stan, hi Fayaz.
I shut up, you.
And then Ben Bay says, yeah, by all his stories, he sounds like a real stout gat too. That's not you.
Yes, I am. Oh, I can tell stories. You know, the other day I was like,
Yeah, so it is my fault.
this producer of his show. Some flop here.
It's a blooper.
I even lost my thoughts. No, I catch up to a lot of nonsense still. I like teasing. I like fun. I like to enjoy life. And you know what? Be good to mankind, people. Treat people with respect.
Yes.
Help people,
Yeah.
and just do good things in life, and good will come back to you.
Lastly, before we end Saturday's show, it's going to be the biggest in history. Why must I come and how can I get the tickets?
Guys, just put CHD, put Ismail Peck, put anything on Facebook. You're going to see it all there in your face. There's live stream tickets. There's tickets online that you can buy. The tickets online is cheaper than at the gate, because at the gate we don't want the gate takings. Maar ja, ons mense like ons huis gaan staan in die son en man. Ja, guys, man, leave that things, man. We're in a new age now. Buy online tickets and just through the gate. And it's going to be packed, people. Get your online tickets, because I think Gary Fleming asked me today, he said, Ismail, what are you going to do if a place is packed? I said, we have to close the gates. So we're going to close the gates at some stage. You know, we've got V8 Sprints racing. We have National Hot Rods racing. V8 Sprints and National Hot Rods has never raced on the same card on one night. That's the two biggest forms of open wheelers and cars.
Nice.
And then in all the other classes going down, they're all complements of 20 cars, 15, 18 cars. We're even having the spinners from Spin.
Okay. What's
Shane
his name?
Bellim
Yes,
and Jonathan, yeah.
Johnny.
Yeah, they're going to race. I'm going to let them race around there. I'm going to race with their car and
skylines.
just spin. We're going to unwind. We're going to let them go in a big circle now. We're going to even let them race. We're going to let them do a stunt. They're not going to spin like, they're going to do a race around the track, and they're going to do one or two stunts for the people. I need to introduce what they do to our community and the people that follow them. I want them to see what we do.
Yeah.
And putting it together will bring people. It will make us some more money. We can put on bigger events, and we can help our drivers do bigger and better things.
Motorsport is quite big. I don't think our people realize how big motorsport is. And it's also opportunity for our children, for those that want, to grow. You might not become the next Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen, but you can become the next Kwasi from Joburg.
Aye, Kwasi's backside, man. Kwasi's just lucky I'm already old. Otherwise I'd kick his butt. Actually, Kwasi started racing, and he had a little ginger cop.
Okay.
And we raced SAS cars here. And he was like 14 years old in the SAS car V8. By that time he was still at the back.
Yeah.
I was on pole. Even on the racetrack, when I race, I used to tease the guys. We'd stand on the grid, I'll get out my car and I'll go to the guy, maybe that's Paul, and I'll say, hey, Papa, I'm next to you, now he must vuga. They do everything wrong.
Yeah. They're afraid.
Mind games. But guys, Saturday, it's going to be a cracker again at
Nice.
Killarney. you know, it's just all just becoming bigger and better all the time. Even I'm in a race, ne?
Are you also going to race?
Yeah, I'm in a race.
And what are you
E36
driving?
Cup. E36 Cup,
Oh,
a
okay.
328, yeah.
BM.
Yeah, spin car.
A BM?
Yeah, spin car. Yeah, I'm in a race as well. I'm
Nice.
going to enjoy it. I love it.
Nice.
But we'll also be running the whole show tonight. And, you know, Wamza has stepped in now to run the show with KPL drivers.
Okay.
So it's CHD. And we're all doing it together so that we can just take the racing to another level. Then we go to Vereniging. Our next leg is in Vereniging. And then the third one, the finals at Pretoria. So it's going to be,
A huge peak.
guys, and alle Engels mannetjies. You don't know hell what they say.
Was Afrikaanse mense.
Here jy came down here, see? Wat gaan we doen?
Mr. Peck, thank you so much. It was the only time, but thank you so much. It was nice having you here. We're gonna have you again soon when we have another event happening here. But all the best for Saturday, and
Thank you.
and I will be there. Me and my team will be there.
I don't only talk about racing. I
Yeah.
can motivate people.
We want that.
I can make people smile. I can
There we go.
talk cock, man.
And we want to talk cock.
That's part of living,
This-
man, to enjoy it.
And like Mr. Ismail says, this is Cape Flip Stories live, right? So there's no cuts or edits. Het kon niet zo. You must speak the way you feel. As jy voel vandag om te lag, nie love. We are so much governed by mainstream media, what we're saying, and we don't really get through to our people. And I think stories like yourself, I'm sure many people were inspired tonight, and many will be, because this live is going viral, and many people will still be actually be inspired. Any last words of motivation?
Be real, people. Be real. Just be real. I didn't script nothing of tonight. I didn't have to think about nothing. So many people tell me I should write a book on my life. But you know what? I do so much, but I enjoy every moment of it. I have a duck laugh for everything, and I just have fun.
Yeah.
So if I must die now, I'll somehow be cross.
Oh, but you can't die now. This event must still happen.
I'm just saying I'll be cross, you, because I still got lots to do. But people, enjoy the ride. You never know when you'll be going. You're leaving us, so just enjoy the ride. And you know what? Leave all the bitterness behind. You know, I always say, if you're looking behind what happened in the past, it's like driving on your rearview mirror. So you're looking in your rearview mirror at the potholes you passed. What about what's coming in front of you?
Yes.
Daar's 'n bus wat kom en gaan jou plat ry soos 'n pannekoek lyk. So look in front of you. You know, even in racing, if you start looking in the mirror when someone's behind you, you go slower and slower.
Yeah.
But if you just watch the front and you just go for your corners, you start getting away.
Exactly.
So guys, look in front, make the gap in front, and go for it. Forget about what happened in the past. Los hierdie apartheid stories
Yeah.
uit.
Yes.
Dis klaar nou, is
Yeah.
30 something years voorbij.
Yeah. Start over and start.
There we go.
Real. Ismail, thank you so much. It was nice having you here.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you so much for inspiring us. Normal boy from a colored community that has worked his way up. No excuses. Mr. Ismail het nie 'n degree nie. He's got a standard 6 certificate, but you've worked hard. You haven't given up on your dreams. The dreams was always there. And I think that should inspire people tonight to start dreaming and to stop making excuses. Guys, have a blessed Tuesday night further, and we see you guys next time around. Cheers.